Hi, my name is Dave Maziarz. I'm the Warranty and Repair Coordinator here at SCARPA North America. I'm going to talk to you today about changing the ski walk mechanism on our line of Maestrale boots. This walk mechanism will be the same on the Maestrale, Maestrale RS, Gea, and Gea RS. To replace the ski walk mechanism, you'll need the following tools. Loctite. We recommend using blue or red. This is green because it's Italy's version of red, which is high strength. Blue is medium strength. You'll need a hammer, a nail set, an Allen wrench, 2.5 millimeter, the ski walk bar, the ski walk mechanism, 2 U-shaped plates, one with threads, that's a little thicker, and one without threads, it's a little thinner, and 4 screws for each mechanism. If you're having trouble removing the screws, a heat gun really helps break the Loctite loose. So the first thing we want to do is remove the pin on the lower part of the shell. The pin has a head on it, kind of like a nail. All the pins are going to come out of the boot from left to right. To remove the pin, you need a hammer and a nail punch. Support the boot. I like to use my bench. Anything solid will work. If you have a mat, that helps, but not necessary. So once the head of the pin breaks from the shell, you can pull it out with a pair of pliers. So that'll free the mechanism from the lower part of the boot. The second thing you want to do is remove the 4 screws here. These 4 screws, when the boot was manufactured, they used Loctite. If you're having trouble removing the screws, the best way to go about it is to use a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you could use a blow dryer or some type of hot iron to heat the screws. If you're going to use an iron, you're going to want to heat the screws from the outside. With a heat gun, you can heat it from the inside. Heating up the screws will break the Loctite and make the removal a lot easier. While heating, if you're using a heat gun, you want to be careful not to melt the inside of the shell. Keep the gun moving, take a break, come back to it. As long as you're keeping an eye on it, you should be fine. About 15 seconds with the gun, then I'll do the top 2 screws and maybe heat it up again for the lower 2. So to remove these screws, you want to use a 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench, applying pressure in towards the boot and turning counterclockwise. Once you hear the Loctite break loose, the screw's really easy to remove. Depending on how long it takes you to remove the top 2, you may want to reheat to remove the bottom 2. Once all 4 screws are removed from the ski walk mechanism, the ski walk mechanism will be free from the boot. What you'll have here is the main mechanism, the bar, this U-shaped plate, and another U-shaped plate inside the boot where the screw's attached to. Generally, when these parts wear, it's the springs inside the ski walk mechanism that need to be replaced. It's up to you, but you can reuse the same bar, use a new bar, but the main thing is that it goes back together correctly. I have the mechanism, 4 screws, 1 U-shaped plate for the outside of the boot, and a U-shaped plate for the inside of the boot, and the pin for the bar. The most important thing when installing the ski walk mechanism is to make sure both U-shaped parts are upside down, like an upside down U. The thicker one with the threads goes on the inside of the boot, and the thinner one without threads will go on the outside of the boot. There's a stopper on the bar to prevent the bar from leaning too far forward. Make sure the stopper is facing the inside of the boot because you wouldn't want to get it caught on the ski walk mechanism. The thinner U-shaped plate holds the bar in place, like so. I like to put the plate on the boot first. It's a little easier to get it together. With the other plate in one hand, you can get it set into place. It's important to use Loctite on all 4 of these screws when reinstalling the ski walk mechanism. We recommend blue, but red will work as well. Using your 2.5mm Allen wrench, tighten all 4 screws. At first, hand tighten and then go back and retighten all 4. The final step in installing your ski walk mechanism is to insert the pin. The pin has a head on it, so just insert it like same way you took it out. From left to right. Get the pin hand started and then use a hammer and a nail set. Once the head of the pin is flush with the shell of the boot, you know it's ready to go. And that's how you install a new ski walk mechanism on SCARPA's Maestrale family of boots.